Let me get your juices flowing. Did you know that bicycles were one of the most important stepping stones to women's rights? I didn't either. Let me tell you a little bit about it. The famous suffragette Susan B. Anthony said of the bicycle, "It has done more to emancipate women than anything else in the world. I stand and rejoice every time I see a woman ride by on a wheel." Cycling gave women a freedom that they weren't accustomed to before. Now they had a means of travel. It changed female fashion to where it was acceptable for women to wear bloomers instead of their skirts due to all the injuries that women were suffering when their skirts got tangled up in their pedals and chains. Now I'm going to tell you a crazy story about Annie Cohen, aka Annie Londonderry. So by 1892, Annie is married and she has 3 kids, all under the age of 5. And in 1894, she gets caught up in this gambling endeavor between 2 country club men who are willing to bet thousands of dollars that a woman cannot make a cycling trip around the globe in less than 15 months and with only $5,000 at her disposal. And Annie's like, yeah, me, I'll do it. She had never cycled before. She was petite. She was like 5'3", and again, like the perfect Victorian woman. So this was very controversial, but she was down. So in June 1894, about 500 people gathered to watch her set off. She makes it to Chicago by September, but already like the wintry weather was getting to her and she was about to give up. She was like, nah, I got this. So she got a new bike and she was on her way to Europe. She makes it to France. They take her bike and her money. They confiscate it at customs and this delays her, but girl keeps going. She goes to places like Singapore, Saigon, Yemen, Hong Kong. And all the while, she's selling ads to be used on her bike, as well as writing the stories. Of course, she is making her little exaggerations on the truth of stories, which ties into the fact that the bet between the men all along was a lie. They don't know if Annie came up with that herself, or there's some other people who may have, built up the story. But that's how she got her start. She's very, very clever. On September 12th, 1895, Londonderry returned to Chicago, completing her trip 14 days before the allotted time. She received her $10,000 reward and her dream job of becoming a reporter. She said, "I am a journalist and a new woman. If that means I believe I can do anything a man can do." Go get him, Annie. Annie died in 1947. She was 77 years old, and she was one of the first female sports stars. So, yay, Annie. And now